Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever. Thank you very much for joining me in this video, and before we continue I am going to apologize for having a scratchy throat. I'm not entirely sure exactly what's going on, but there we go. So I'm just going to unfortunately have to deal with it. Hopefully you guys are okay with that, and we'll see what happens over the next few episodes. I'm probably going to have it for a little while, so I do apologize once again. Last time out we did a whole bunch of stuff around Chicago with, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. With the freight route. So you can see there you go, there are these, and we set up this huge freight route that goes around most of Chicago and should supply everything in a pretty decent fashion. So that's that. At the moment we've got 80 tools waiting to go around. There is a food line that is also running out from here. Where's the train? There's the train. So the food line's also running and it's completely full. We are going to probably in this video double the capacity. So we're going to add another food line. Unfortunately, obviously the trains can only be this long, which is 600 meters. There you go, 598. Don't have stations bigger because of the scale of the map. It just does not work to have bigger stations. I mean, this is pushing it as it is. If the scale was smaller, for example, let's say that it was just this area in the size of the map that we currently have, then yes, I think a 1,000-meter station would have been pretty good. Let's bring back our HUD. What we're going to be doing in this video is we are going to be replacing... Where are they? Are they right here? There you go. We're going to be replacing two trains. So these two trains are going to be replaced. I think one of them, this one over here, we already set up the replacement vehicle, which is ready to go. Now, all we have to do is work out the replacement vehicle for this, which I've already been thinking about. So we're going to get it going. So to get it going right now, we're going to have to use the Hiawatha. Now, I don't want to use the Hiawatha because it's not the right type at all. But currently I have no choice because there doesn't seem to be another engine suitable for the job. And that's really, really annoying. Now, what I'm hoping is that, see how that's written, the Middle East Road, the Milwaukee Road. I'm hoping that maybe gets masked out with the dark color that I choose. That's my thought process anyway. I don't know whether it will, but I hope it does. And we're going to obviously use red. It can do 99 miles per hour. And the wagons we're going to use on it are going to be these, the Canadian National 218 haulers. This one doesn't seem to work. Don't know what's wrong with that one. So we're going to be using these in black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I think 6 of them is quite suitable. 182 meter train, as opposed to the current 151 meter train. It could add 7, make it a 200 meter train. That's going to be the longest train we're going to have. And how many does this run? 6. Yeah. So that runs 6. This is going to run 7. Now, I'll tell you what, we'll do 6. We'll do 6. And also then, whilst we're thinking about this, this is currently what? These use the same, so we're just basically adding an extra carriage on this. And then this one will also... Is that the same heavyweight Polar? No, that's the New York Central variant. So we'll do 6 of those. I think that is going to be pretty good. So these trains have been running since the year 1918. So we're going to create a train to bring it to the museum. Which is not really a museum, is it? And I think this is the Can-Am line right here. Yeah, there's the Can-Am Express. 19... I don't know what it is. Something. I need to figure that one out. Until 1918 is when that one ran. Then those were replaced. And I'll pull in the second train behind here. So, I am going to probably budge this one further up. Once I have the new line ready to go. So, let's have a look. How am I doing these lines again? Trains, please. How do I run these lines? I'm not entirely sure. Trains, there we go. I write them with M. Right, these ones still need changing. So Chicago, Green Bay, I don't really know what the... up to 1931. That's all I know. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start labeling these properly. I need to work out when that one was running until. Temp line 2 is this one, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Can-Am Express, the original Can-Am Express. M-Can-Am Express, unknown to 1918. That's what that one was. And then this one is this first train, which is St. Louis, Chicago. St. Louis to Chicago, 1853 to 1918. So it looks like 1918 was a big year, because look at that, we've got 1918 there, 1918 there. That was 5, so there's 5 trains, 6, 7, 8 trains replaced in 1918. And I'm pretty sure we had more than that replaced in 1918, or we had a couple of new lines brought in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new line again from St. Louis. St. Louis is where all our trains, all our museum trains are coming from, which is absolutely fine. I'm not too bothered about that. So we'll create a new line. Again, we've got to color it the same color as all the rest, and we'll run it into the exact same platform in Naperville, or roughly the same platform in Naperville. Don't really matter. It doesn't really matter at all. There we go. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, so we know where it's going, and we're going to have it pass through there, because that's the Can-Am line. That's going to be the Museum Can-Am Express 1918 to 1968. There we go. So that's that one sorted. Then I'm going to put the New York Central on. Now, I think the New York Central was a brand new line at that point in time, so let's do that. I'm going to add a new line. Again, the exact same colors. And if you guys are wondering why do I keep the lines at the end, so I can actually replace the trains. Wow, that's an interesting route it's taking, isn't it? St. Louis, it's going to go through this one, please. Oh, come on. That one. There we go. Fantastic. So that's going to pop through there. We can pull that up right to the front. I think that's where it'll go. It'll sit quite nicely at the front. And that's going to be our 20th Century Limited. I didn't even change the line for that, did I? Here we go. Museum. 20th Century Limited. In fact, can I just write it like that? That's a stupid way to write limited for a train like this, but there we go. Right, now what was the year for these trains? I know there's one just around here. There it is. 20th Century Limited details. 52 years is what it was. So if we go back 52 years from now, we're in 1916. 1916 to 1968. There we go. That's 52 years. With the brackets at the end, please. We're really getting museum trains running now, aren't we? Right. That can now be closed. That's ready to go. Let's get these trains up and running. In fact, I'm going to need these two so I know exactly what trains they are. There we go. Autosave. Just wait for that to happen. There we go. Right, and then we'll have them ready to come out the depot. Why is this door open? Who left the door open? Hello? Anybody left the door open? No? Nobody? Okay. Right, let's buy some trains. We want, it's a red Atlantic and a black Atlantic. Alright, so we're going to go for red Atlantic. So locomotives, Atlantic. There's a red Atlantic. It was in that red. One of them with, what are they? Heavyweight 28-1 parlor cars. Just a standard heavyweight, that one. In black, wasn't it? I believe it is in black. Let me just have a look. Is it in black? It's supposed to be black. May not be black. I may have done them in grey. Yeah, I think I may have done them in grey. Not quite entirely black. Yeah, I don't think they're entirely black. I swear they were supposed to be entirely black, but there we go. Okay, so we're going to use that, and we had 5 of them. There you go, that's 5 of them done. That's ready to go. Next up, we're going to go from that one to that one. That one was Locomotives, was a Atlantic Black. I'll buy one of those, and then it was the New York Central, wasn't it? Which ended up in sort of that colour. New York Central, that's one. I don't think we had to change the colour, did we? It was already in the... Well, let's just bring it to the bright orange anyway, just in case. 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Alright. That's that. Looks pretty good. We can now run these on their final journey. So you go on to... museum line, that's one, and you go on to museum line, that's one. So now those two are going to run for the final time, and what I am going to do is I am going to also budge these guys up. Budge them up. Yeah, let's budge them up, and then we're going to have to place another signal in. So let's go like that. Yeah, and let's play this. Right, this is it. This is the final run for the Can-Ams and the 20th Century Limited. I'm just going to budge this one up a little bit. Not too much. Oh look, it was missing some carriages. What do you know? And yeah, you can stop there. Why not? And we'll stick a signal right about... Yeah, why not just do one of these? It's the middle... Is it the middle lane? No, it's not. Which lane is it? Help me. It's the second lane. I'll stick a signal just about there. Oh, that's made a hash of this, hasn't it? Go on, bring the other 2 carriages back, please. Now reverse direction. And now reverse direction again. There you go, and stop right there. Okay. Let's go have a look and see if these ones are on their way out. There it is, for the final time. And that's in the right colours. That's certainly in the right colours. We can also set up the replacement vehicle for this to be the exact same vehicle. So it's going to be Locomotives. You better not be picking up any passengers. Atlantic. We're going to go for the Atlantic in the red. Was it that red? Yeah, it's that red. With those ones in the dark grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Automatic replacement on, and we'll replace it every time it gets to 50%. Look at that. All right. And that's the 20th century pulled in as well. Please tell me the 20th century gets to... Oh, this is going to be fun. If I can get this timed up right, this is going to be fun. It's going to be a good little clip for us. Wagons that, and we're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Automatic replacement on, that to 50% there, and pause. There we go, it's the final run for these 2 trains. That's a good screenshot. Get to see both trains on their on going to the museum. New variants of them, but the same train going to the museum. We'll take that as a screenshot. Let's have a look if there is anybody on the line that we can also grab a screenshot of. No, I mean that's you. There is no. No, there genuinely isn't. Well, I suppose we could catch these trains going in and out on their final journeys. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just ensure that these guys are ready to go into their respective places. Look at this. Everybody's waiting today. How lovely. Who's gonna go first? And who are you waiting for? No, you're... Alright, everybody's waiting for that. That's who everybody's waiting for. Now we've got an issue. Oh, I was worried that would end up in the wrong place. But no, okay, there we go, that's that. I may have to change it to 1969. I think 1969 may be the one to change it to. Go, go, go. Come on, man. Which one? There you go. You're off on your way. Alright. Yeah, I think I will change them to 1969. That's a problem. That's a big problem. All right, I knew something was going to happen because of what's happened just here. But all right. So we'll sort this out. Hold on. Hang on a tick. Hang on a tick. Everybody turn around. Everybody turn around. Alright. Nobody turn around. Nobody turn around. You just go back. Go back to the depot. Oh, hang on, hang on. Can you make it? No, you're headed off for a depot in the middle of nowhere. Turn around, head for a depot there. Alright, you can go back on your merry way. You can go back on your merry way, and you can go back on your merry way. Okay, fantastic. And annoyingly, this one actually managed to reach Naperville. What a mess! What a mess! I better ensure that that goes past this again. On its way back. Then we can just get it in and around. Now who are you waiting for? Waiting for a free path. There's nobody to wait for a free path for. That's all gone wrong. It's all gone very wrong. Why me? Probably because there's no signal here, which is not a good... Yes, there's no signal there. That wasn't very good planning on my part, to be honest. And that's now headed into St. Louis on the right side. That's a good sign. And we'll bring this train back in. Here we go. Fantastic. Alright, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. It's now 1969. I am going to change these. Turn that around. There you go. Head back that way. And you can stop right there. Right, you are now stopped. That's now going to go to 1969. Because that's how long it's going to take. Now everybody should be able to go in their own sweet time. Yeah, everyone should be able to go. It's just a bit of waiting going on the approach. I'll think of a better way to sort that out anyway. Right, so you're fine. You know what? Forget 1969. We're going to go right the way 1970. There you go. 1970 is when it ran until. There's probably going to be a bunch of stuff ready in 1970 as well for us. Look at this. This is just horrible. Why are you waiting? What have you got to wait for? You've got nothing to be waiting for. Stop being a pain. Here, look. I'll give you another light. There. Go, continue. Stop being a pain. There you go. Stop being a pain. That was just a mess. Right. I don't know why it did that. And then now you're going on. 4 year lost. There you go. Now let's see what comes up in 1970. Here we go. We've got Peterbilt, we've got hovercrafts, and we've got Penn Central. Not much, actually. Not much at all. I thought there might be a bit more in 1970, but I suppose not. Oh well. Right, this might need some sort of fix. Who's train number 94? You're one of those. Those trains can run for 1 billion years. Alright, here we go. Waiting for free path. Is that a Philadelphia train? Yeah, it's a Philadelphia mainline train. That's one of our trains. There's the train that this one's paying homage to. Fantastic. So it is 1970, it is time to replace these. Fantastic, there you go. That's stopped. That's ready to go. Look at this museum now. Now things are really starting to build up in here. We've got train after train after train. From all across the ages. Look at that. That looks quite fancy. I want to take a screenshot right there. Doesn't that look fancy? I mean, ideally, what I would have done is probably had a different train at the front of this. I've still got an opportunity to do so. We might still have a different train up the front. Because obviously we've got a lot of Atlantics here. We've got 1, 2, 3 Atlantics. Because that was the mainstay of the railways. Right, let's get these trains done and dusted. Where are you? Here you are. Should we watch these on their final runs? Let's see. Look at this. On their final runs. Or just coming into the station for the last time. Might even be a screenshot opportunity right there. Of 2 very old trains about to be replaced. Probably stick that in the top corner this time. There you go. Fantastic. Alright, let's get these trains replaced right now. Automatic replacement, no. Replacement on, yes. Replacement on, yes. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... Can I turn this one back into the station? Please tell me this works. Yes, that works. And now we get to see the new trains. These are our 2 new trains now. So the question is, now I've got to decide which thumbnail do I want, new or old? That's nice, Canadian National, that's more like it. Unfortunately, that didn't match up exactly how I wanted it, but it will do. It will have to do. It's only for a short time. Just look at these trains. They look fantastic. They look absolutely fantastic. Taking lots of screenshots here. Right, which train should we follow out? So I tell you what, we've seen a Hiawatha once before. Let's take this one out. Look at that. Very decent train. There goes the Hiawatha on its first run, only carrying 23 passengers. And then here goes. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's even get rid of that. Don't need some of this information. There you go. New York Central. I think that should be perhaps a little bit darker to match with the rest of them. More screenshot opportunities just appeared. Screenshot opportunity right there. Like so. There's so many screenshots available here. So many opportunities. There's the old and new. The train that it's replacing and the train that it replaced. Or the train that replaced it. That's, yeah. Language. English. Confusing. Especially when you're not completely awake. I mean, I'll admit, I don't particularly like that engine on hauling these trains, but that's okay. You know, we've got to do that. Tell me there's another. Yes, there is. Perfect. That one there, coming along with this one right here. Oh, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So we get to see New York Central. And this is the last time we're going to see New York Central, because it's going to all start going to Penn Central and Amtrak. Now, what's the traffic for? I'm a little bit confused as to what the traffic is for. Still got a couple of minutes in this episode, so I'm going to work out what the traffic is. That should be a clear path thing. For there we go. So that one was waiting for something else. Perhaps that one to cross over. There we go. That looks like another good picture. Bit of smoke. Get to see the train. You see they're both New York Central. The old New York Central and the new New York Central. That's fantastic. Right, let's continue following this train along. Carrying nobody, unfortunately. That's okay though. And actually, we'll just bring this up. We don't need too much more. What is it with the traffic? Why is there so much traffic on these routes? Even the Can-Am's stuck in traffic. Because this Can-Am was stuck in traffic. Why was that Can-Am stuck in traffic? What's causing all this mess? Oh well. I think that brings me quite nicely to the end of the episode though. I mean, these trains both have very nice acceleration, as you can see. They just have to keep stopping at the moment because of slow trains ahead. Which is annoying. There's another one stopping. So you can see each time they're pottering along, they have to slow down. Now that should now clear up because these trains are all being replaced. So a big train. Yeah, these, I don't know what's going on. But why aren't these trains being replaced? I thought I had everyone to replace now. Oh, I don't think I replaced the whole route, did I? Replacement. Replace now. That's what's happened. That's what's happened. Replace now. There you go. That was my own fault. Well, there you go. That's where I'm going to end it. Thank you very much for watching. And look at that. 1971. Everything started coming up for us. So let's actually pause that. Let's have a look at what we've got. We've got a whole bunch of Amtrak trains which are going to start appearing on the routes fairly soon. And like I said, there's a little bit more to come before we introduce Amtrak. But thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever Series 2, the Great Lakes, and Series 3, the Great Western Railway. That is going to be coming up fairly soon. I've just got to finalize a few things on that, but that will be coming up fairly soon. But there's still a bunch to do in Series 2, which is why Series 3 hasn't quite begun yet, and I'm waiting for the performance patch, which should be out maybe shortly after you see this video. I don't know. Anyway, things left to do: a number of freight lines and one new passenger line, the final passenger line through the middle of this, which we'll do in a couple of episodes time, hopefully. Next episode, oh, we'll see what we can do. I suppose we'll just double up these things, because as you can see, that's pretty full. So we're going to see if we can up the freight line, and we'll see what happens from there. Is that the freight train? No, it's not. I just want to see where that freight train is. It's out here. So yeah, I think we're going to up the capacity of that freight line. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below, or you can visit me at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. I'll see you guys next time in Transport Fever.